But the whole point of options is for people who have less capital and stuff like that. Like
So you probably started with options.
I started with penny stocks.
Oh, like Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, I started with penny stocks. I was 12 years old. I started with so I started drop shipping, a couple $100s to my name, and I made $4,000 drop shipping. And I all my ad accounts got banned. I stopped. This is right when quarantine started. I was drop shipping ring lights.
I seen some kid. I actually had him on the podcast. He put $2,500 into a gambling site called Stake, and hit for 300,000.
What?
Yeah, like stupid. Like
hey, anybody watching this, you're not gonna do that. So don't go put money in a gambling site.
Yeah, please don't do that.
So cool, like building an empire with your girl.
Yeah. So that's kind of the model that we're building right now.
Good for you, bro.
Yeah.
So what's your goal?
Sell it. So I think
like hit a certain number and you're gonna sell it.
When I first started, I was like, I want to get 10 figures. I want to sell this thing for $1 billion. And then like now over the last year and a half, I'm like, for me, I more so value getting as much money prior to 30 years old. I'll be 27 at the end of this month. So it's like if I could get 50 million liquid and then start to distribute that into.
So all you have to do is double your company.
Yeah, literally. So and that, I mean, we did that in 7 months. But like again.
So you only been doing this for 7 months.
Well, I've been doing insurance for 8 years, but I spent 7 years in a low quality capped model where there was no control over everything. And then for me, I grew up in a very limited environment. Both my parents went to jail. I got kicked out of school, where it was like I wasn't used to like thinking outside of the box. And I think I played too deeply into the Kool-Aid of like your first sales job, the MLM type.
How many reps do you have?
We've got 200 now.
200?
Yeah.
So say I wanted to start a life insurance agency or like something like that, right? And I were to get you 200 reps, or say I want to go and get you 200 reps. How much money can I make?
So it's not the quantity of reps, it's the quality of the reps.
So you have 200 quality reps?
Yeah. Like I've got quality people now. So I came from a model
virtual or in office?
Yeah, virtual. So like the way the platform is set up is we're the holding company, and then little individual agencies and companies, they come and build within our platform, and they can do it all over the nation.
Sick.
You know what I mean?
That's badass.
But the other model I was a part of, the captive model, all of the revenue generates from.
So Spencer capped?
Yeah, that's a captive model. Yeah, it's a captive model. But you can still push cash through it, but you can never, like, when I started to ask the question of like, how do we get to 10 million? How do we get to 20 million? And everybody was like, yo.
He's working for someone.
Yeah, they were like, don't worry about that. Like, that's not possible. And I was like,
what do you mean it's not possible?
Bro, I was like maybe like 50 years
Well, that's a big risk,
ago.
making $1 million, $2 million in your 20s and then stopping it all and starting your own thing, right?
I don't look at it as a big risk because like, I think risk.
Did you know the system?
Yeah, in and out. But I think I was more so fearful of the vacancies. I was overestimating what it actually required to go out and build my own thing. But when I really broke it down and simplified it, it was like scaling any business, at least from my perspective, is just a matter of like how many humans can you get your product or service in front of, and that's
it's
pretty
literally
much
all
it.
marketing.
It's just marketing.
Yeah,
you know. So that's
Anything before the podcast you want to go over?
No, we're ripping now. So
let's do it.
We'll just keep flowing. How old are you?
I'm 18.
You're 18 years old, and you started trading at 12.
I started my journey at 12 years old. Yeah.
I put together this list because I was like, I don't know much about trading. All I know is life insurance. But the one person I know, trading wise, I've bumped into him a couple of times, and I haven't met anybody young crushing it with trading. And I was telling your boy Ashton here, I was like, the only guy I could think of was the Alex G guy.
Alex G, yeah.
And then TJR, they both trade, right?
Yeah, so I trade totally different than them.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's why I made a list of all the different things you can trade.
Like I trade real funds. I don't do none of like the
your
shit they
equities.
Do. I trade with real money. I trade options. So
equities and options by definition here of ChatGPT's equities is shares of companies like Apple, Tesla, etc. People trade them for short-term profits, day swing trading, or long-term growth.
Yes, and then options are basically leverage of it. So it's like one options contract's basically like 100 shares technically of it, and they're cheap. So I'm gonna make it very simple. The whole point of options is that you could risk less, and is that you can
like
invest
hedging
less.
against?
And no, it's not hedging against. It's literally just more volatile. So say like Apple goes up 1%, right?
Yeah.
My Apple options contract can go up 100%.
Okay.
And you can obviously only lose 100% as well, but you can make thousands of percents potentially. But the whole point of options is for people who have less capital and stuff like that. Like
So you probably started with options.
I started with penny stocks.
Oh, like Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, I started with penny stocks. I was 12 years old. I started with so I started drop shipping, a couple $100s to my name, and I made $4 grand drop shipping. And I all my ad accounts got banned. I stopped. This is right when quarantine started. I was drop shipping ring lights.
Did you have AI? Wow, this is
No,
6 years ago.
This is 6 years ago.
So you just did YouTube.
Literally all YouTube. There was a guy I used to watch. What was it? I think Bayahiza.
Okay.
Yeah, well, somebody like that. Like some guy I used to watch, and I literally just copied it. And I failed 2 stores, like Halloween masks. I failed another store. I failed, and then I got ring lights. Made $4 grand, and then my ad accounts got banned. I stopped doing it because I couldn't do it under 18. Then I came across trading. One day I was scrolling on my For You page, and I was always that kid that was like, I want to make young money. Like,
why? Where'd you get that from? Did you have a really rich friend? Were your parents wealthy?
You know, I just had it in me that like I was just inspired. Like I'd go to the movies and I'd watch the movies. I'm driving the McLarens. I was like, damn, I want that to be me. I was that kid. Like I'd go on YouTube. Like, how can I make my first $1,000 as a 10-year-old? How to make money as an 11-year-old?
What was the movie? What stained your soul? Like for me, I can think of like before my parents went to jail, I was exposed to a large amount of wealth. Like my dad was like white collar crime, tax evasion, wire fraud, like large wealth. He had a friend that had a private jet. So I was on PJs at a young age, and then all the money was taken away, and then we were living on like welfare.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So like the discrepancy, the big switch where it's like the takeaway effect in sales, where like my desire for wealth just tremendously went up because it was all taken away. So I'm trying to pinpoint here.
So like I think for me, like I genuinely always was like that hustler. Like I would do lemonade stands once a week in the summer.
Yeah.
I would go to work with my dad, and my dad owns so quick story. You used to talk about your dad. My dad came to the country with nothing. We're from Iraq, so we're Middle Eastern. We're Iraqi Christians, called the Chaldean. And my dad came to the country, nothing. Both his parents disabled. The oldest one, he worked at a gas station. He didn't go to high school or college, obviously. He worked at a gas station, saved up for 7 years, bought a party store, then ended up selling the party store, got into the automotive industry, owns junkyards and dispensaries as well. So that's kind of like what he does. And I used to come with him to the junkyard, and like I would work 8 hours and he'd pay me like $10 an hour. And like I wouldn't do anything with him. I would literally go outside and I would pick up tires and move them from one spot to another spot. And I was always that like kid, like, can I come with her tomorrow? I was trying to save as much money. Like I knew as much money I had, and I was always just like, bro, I was just born with a fire inside of me. Like I need to make money.
What was the first cool thing you bought that was like?
It was a chain. It was a PB chain.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was with Trading Profits, actually. It was an iced out PB chain.
That's sick.
Stupid, but.
Yeah. Okay, so you go from drop shipping. What was the product that made you $4,000?
Ring lights.
Oh, ring lights.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so you drop shipped like 400 ring lights or something, I imagine, and make $4,000.
Yeah, I think I was selling for like $28. And I was making, I think you actually have it spot on, bro.
Yeah,
I think I sold 400 of them.
Yeah.
I literally think you have it spot on.
Yeah.
But again, I was 12 years old, and then I took that $4,000. I wanted to get started into trading, so I asked my dad. I was like, Dad, I want to get started trading. I've been watching these YouTube videos all night, and by the time that my dad woke up and he was drinking his coffee, I went downstairs. I want to get started. He's like, okay. I was watching YouTube videos that whole night. He connected me with his friend that day trades, and his friend told me to download Twitter and follow all these traders. So I'm like, okay. So I follow all these traders, and I DM every single one of them saying, I'm a 12-year-old entrepreneur, this, that. I want to get started trading. Like 3, 4, 5 of them responded. But then one of them that responded told me the stock that he likes. So I went and I put all my $4,000 into it. Turned that $4,000 to $12,000, sold it. The stock was called GAXY in 2 days. And then this is penny stocks. So they're very, very, very volatile. They're all scams, basically.
Yeah.
And they're shit companies. So then I went and took that $12,000 and I put it all into the next one. It was called TSNP. Bought 1 million shares. It was like 0.00 something. The name's now HMBL. And I rode that in like 8-9 months. I made $1.7 million as an 8th grade in middle school. And again, like there was days where I made $100,000, $500,000. I have a picture. I'll show you actually. I'll show you the podcast as well. I'll send you the picture. I have proof of all of this as well.
Yeah.
And there was a day I made $500,000. Like, and I'm leaving the gym. I remember I used to train at this place called Fix, and I'm leaving the gym and I'm calling my mom. And I'm like, Mom, I'm not gonna be a doctor anymore. I made how much money a doctor makes in a year today. And like, she couldn't believe me. And then I sent her the picture and she's like, oh my gosh. And you know the crazy part though? That was the high, right? I didn't sell a single share, lost all of it, rode it all the way back down. I ended up selling it at like 200 grand. Then I put that 200 grand into different ones, lost it. So I was 13 years old. I made $1.7 million and then lost all of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's literally insane.
Yeah.
It's like mind blowing. Like anytime, like
I don't know the value of a dollar as well. I'm like 12, 13 years old doing this. So I'm like 1.8, like I thought, oh, this is a game. Like it was easy. I figured it out. I figured out life. Yeah. You know what my goal was? 18 million.
Wow. Wow. So what separates the, like, if a penny stock is just a crap company, what separates a penny stock from like the shit coins?
Yeah, they're basically the shit coins, but like they're also like, you have to get registered, and they're companies. Like they are companies, and like they operate and stuff like that.
And how easy is it to just start trading? Like, was this all through like Robinhood or
It's
like
through E-Trade?
E-Trade?
Yeah, and you could trade under 18 years old in a custodial account.
So like, is that where like individuals that are legitimate about like trading, they're doing E-Trade, they're not doing Robinhood?
Yeah, well, like, you know what? I'll be honest with you. Like, you probably see a lot of traders post like these prop firms and like stuff like that. Yeah, it's just all like a scam. Like, I would stay away from all of that. And every single trader basically makes money from it. I don't accept any of those deals. If you, I don't know if you guys know this, but prop firms make money from traders losing, and that's how your influencers make money as well, from traders losing, buying these prop firm deals and stuff like this. They get a percent of like the losses and a percent of the account and stuff like that. So I always stayed away from that. I trade with real money, real funds, none of the funded stuff. And I trade through Thinkorswim. Some good brokers are like Webull, Thinkorswim, E-Trade.
Is that an electronic platform, Thinkorswim?
Yeah, it's Charles Schwab's trading platform.
Wow. Yeah, I'm sitting here just completely oblivious. I made this list of all these different, so I want to go through a couple more of these. Equities, options, futures. Do you do
I don't trade futures.
What are your thoughts on futures?
Futures is the scummiest space. Futures and Forex are like the scummiest space, to be honest. Like that's where like they milk out as much retail traders, like the influencers and stuff like that.
Yeah. And
I'm transparent about it, bro. The traders probably hate me, like, but like I say how it is, bro.
Does it look like, from my perspective, like the more I dive into it, it looks like you make a couple bucks profit and then you just kind of create a course on it?
So most people, yeah. For me, I've been trading for 6 years. I didn't launch anything until I was profitable for 2 years and trading for 4 years.
Wow. Okay, and then exchange trade funds, index funds.
Yeah, you can invest in those long term.
Do you do any of that?
Yeah, I invest long term. I have a long term portfolio.
Bonds?
I don't do bonds.
What about, I've heard some really wealthy guys talk about tax municipal bonds.
Yeah, I'm not. No? I'll be honest with you. I don't mess with those.
Okay, you already kind of mentioned on currencies and global assets, Forex, cryptocurrency.
Yeah, Forexes are the worst markets to trade by far. Stay away from Forex.
Have you met Alex G?
Again, I don't like to talk about.
I know. I'm not even trying to create like rage bait content.
I have met Alex G though. Yes, yeah? I met him before. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, but really good marketer.
Yeah, a lot of these guys, like the way they make all their money is not from trading, but they have like these broker deals, and when you deposit money into the broker, these brokers aren't regulated brokers. So all the brokers I told you about, those are all regulated brokers through the U.S., like FDIC insured, everything.
What happens if you're working with brokers that aren't regulated?
Nothing could happen to you, but these brokers are like registered in like Africa and like these random things. But the problem is like these brokers, they're not actually placing trades because they know that 99% of traders are gonna fail. So basically what they do is they take in the deposits from people depositing money into the broker, and then they pay people out based out of they pay people out based off of like other people's winnings because they know 99% of people are going to fail. They don't actually place the trades. They keep all the money for themselves. It's like I were to call you, I was like, hey, Tristan, can you place a sports bet for me? And you know that most sports bettors fail, right? So you're like, yeah, I got you. But then you never place a sports bet, and then you just hope he loses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about crypto?
I do crypto a little bit.
Yeah.
Invest in it.
Commodities, physical assets, precious metals, energy, any of that? Agricultural products?
No, I trade options and like the strongest names. Another thing is like a lot of traders, they pump stocks. Yeah. I don't do any of that. I trade the biggest companies. So what they'll do is they find companies that nobody knows.
Yeah, and then they try to blow it up on Twitter. This is going to be the next big thing.
So I only trade Apple, Tesla, Nvidia, Meta, Microsoft, AMD, the biggest stocks.
Is it true Nvidia is worth more than Canada now?
Yeah, when Nvidia's got like the largest market cap in the whole market.
Wow. Oh my God. Derivatives?
No, I don't trade real biz.
What about real estate investment trusts?
So I'm getting into real estate right now. Not like development trust, but I'm getting into investing into real estate.
Yeah.
So I actually just had a deal presented to me a couple months ago. I was very close to pulling the trigger. I didn't end up doing it. It was an 18 unit deal, Section 8, $2.5 million worth. I had to put 20% down, 500 grand. And it was like 60% cash on cash. So cash flow like 300 grand profit a year, which is like, sounds insane, right?
Yeah.
So I figured it was kind of too good to be true. I did more research on it. Figured out Trump was potentially looking to cut the Section 8 budget. So I ended up not doing it and backing out. It just wasn't a risk. Like if it was maybe 50 grand risk, 100 grand risk, maybe I'd take it. But 500 grand's a lot to risk when Trump is looking to potentially cut the budget. So I didn't end up doing it.
Yeah.
I am still looking into buying my first property. I had a goal at the start of the year that I'm going to buy my first property before the end of the year. So I'm looking very hard to buy it.
Smart. Really smart.
And by the way, with Trump's new bill that he just passed, like now is the best time to buy real estate because of like you can now write it all off basically way
appreciation,
faster.
right?
Yeah, you can write off the appreciation a lot faster.
Yeah, I think
so
you can take all. I think it's like 27 something years, and you can just do it all in like 1 year, something like that.
Yeah, so if I make say I made $3 million this year, and I want to buy a $3 million real estate property, then I could just put 20% down, 600 grand, and I could write off more than what I put down. And you don't pay taxes, but you have to keep the property. If you sell the property, then you pay taxes on it back.
Yeah,
that's why you could do like those exchanges, the 1031 exchanges.
Yeah.
When you want to sell, so that you don't have to take that tax up front.
Yes.
The real wealth is made in real estate, not from like buying and selling, but from buying and holding in the long run. You don't see a lot of money up front, but it adds up when if you keep buying every year for 10 years, you have 30, 40, 50 grand a month in passive income that you're not doing a dollar of work. It's like, you know.
Did you jump on the NFTs when they came out?
Yeah, I did. So I right after I lost that money, I jumped into the NFTs. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
I jumped into the NFT space. I was about to launch a project. I never ended up launching it. I had bought the art, everything. I was about to launch it and started a marketing campaign. And then the kind of marketing space, the NFT space all died. And I was saying, okay, I'm gonna wait for it to get back hot and I'm gonna launch it. And it just never got hot. So I took a loss there. And then I created a crypto marketing agency. Basically, we connected KOLs, influencers with crypto projects. Got that running.
What is KOLs? Are those
KOLs are like influencers,
okay.
Yeah. So I got that running, and I was 14 years old. I got this up to $80,000 a month at 14 years old, this business. We were selling a $20,000 package, $20K a month, and it was an insane marketing campaign where like I had like all these influencers post about you, these Twitter spaces and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then what ended up happening was one project, they said like, I vetted every project. I only worked with legit people. So I'm vetting it, and they said they have the game. So they clicked the link to the game, downloaded the game on my computer, and next thing that happened, every dollar I had was gone.
You got like hacked?
Yeah. They got control of my computer and stole it all from me.
So what did they hack into?
My crypto accounts.
So, and with these crypto accounts, correct me if I'm wrong, you store it into like some type of like digital wallet or something, right? And so if people get access to your key or something like that, like.
And I had my key saved on my computer, so.
Wow.
And then so that's the second time I had to start from ground zero.
So how much loss was there? A couple 100,000?
It was under 100, but it was 5 figures.
Yeah.
It was 80 a month in revenue. That wasn't all profit. I sold it to pay out people. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Probably like I was like 30%, 40% profit. But still, I'm 14 years old. It's a lot of money.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm just mesmerized. Like, this is insane.
Yeah.
It's cool to see evolution because, 4 or 5 years ago, I'm 21 years old and I'm feeling like my 1099 saying $1 million. And I'm like, this is insane. Like, how is this possible? Especially off a low quality. I knew like life insurance was never like a super like high quality, like, industry or anything like that. But like just in the blink of an eye, at the same time, there's a 13, 14-year-old out there that's making the same amount of money, if not more.
The opportunity is insane right now.
You know what I mean? But like, and especially like growing up where you think like, oh, you're limited. Like there is literally no limitation.
You can do anything you put your mind to, and I'm a big believer that if you genuinely go all in on something and you give it your all, that you can't fail.
Yeah, like I feel like you have to. I think you have to try harder to be broke or homeless or like then you have to try to make money. I think it takes more effort to.
Because if you genuinely like try and like don't procrastinate and you like genuinely give it your all, like it's low key impossible to fail.
Yeah, I feel like people I think they do overestimate how much work it takes.
Gosh, 1,000,000%.
But I think they also underestimate it too, because I see a lot of guys, they'll go out, They'll do it for 6 months. They'll do it for a year. They'll get a little bit of success. And then they'll just try to create a course around what they did. A lot of guys do it in sales. They do it in the insurance space.
Yeah.
They do it like where they're like, hey, I'm just going to do info now, which has a stupid amount of money. And I completely agree with consulting, but I don't believe in doing it with where you don't have success or familiarity. Like I would never try to tell you, here's how to make $100 million.
So
you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'm transparent about it. I make money trading and I also have info. I teach people how to trade stocks and I make more money with info than I do trading. I'm 100% transparent with it. But the only reason that I'm sure no trader is going to tell you I make more money selling a course than I'd make more money trading. And I'm going to go and tell you like I make more money teaching people how to trade than I do trading. But I also made $700,000 trading last year.
Who do you look up to the most in the trading space?
There's a couple traders that I really, really like. There's one trader in particular, the guy who actually I saw his video and that's why I started. His name's Umar Ashraf. He's a legend.
Have you met him?
Not in person, but I've talked to him on the phone many times.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where's he based out of?
Dubai and New York.
Yeah. Sounds like a killer. Sounds like what's he making off trading a year?
He has, like his average day is like 100 grand, 200 grand. He doesn't sell info. He has like a trading journaling company.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Is that kind of your goal, like long term?
So my goal right now is like, I know I can make money. So like money's not really a problem. I'm making a lot of money right now. And my genuine goal is like, I'm not tracking my success this year based off money. I'm tracking it based off how many people I could help. And like, if I want to just make a bunch of money, then I would just go and do the scummy stuff that everybody other traders doing. And I could probably make a couple $1 million a month. I'm not even joking to you.
Yeah,
like,
no.
Like literally, I'm one of the biggest, like I have a lot of pull in like this space.
Yeah, I was looking at a lot of my guys in the insurance. I didn't know about you prior to this, but I was looking at all of the mutuals that we like. I have like hundreds of people that are following you, and I was like, how do I not?
Yeah, because I've tracked my whole journey since I was 12 years old on social
I
media.
saw it, and I was like, dude, what I respected about you the most is your honesty and transparency, and I was like, that's the only way to like make it. You know what I mean?
I tell the truth. Like, look, this is how this is, and this is how this is, and trading is not a get-rich-quick scheme, and it's not easy. It's extremely hard, and you have to be a mentally disciplined person. And there's gonna be times where you want to give up many times. Like it's not a get rich overnight. I'm gonna make $1 million tomorrow. Like no, you're going to lose. You're going to struggle. You're going to go through hardship. But if you can overcome it and you can be it's you versus you. It really is. Yeah. Like to be honest with you, trading is easy, but you know what's hard is following the system. And do you like losing money?
No.
Okay. So like no one likes losing money, right? But in trading, the best traders are the ones who don't care to lose money. Like you have to be 100% okay with like,
will you
okay,
go gamble
I'm gonna
ever?
lose money.
Or you can't gamble?
I could.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like
I've gambled before actually.
What do you think? What do you like? Do you
like? It's fun, but like you're never gonna make money gambling in the long run. Like it's you mess around with your buddies, have fun. It's entertainment expense. You lose, entertainment expense. You win. It's fun. I got really lucky. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I actually went with my buddy who was over there, and I walked in there with $500. My first time, 3 days after I turned 18. You could go gamble at Indian Reserves in Michigan when you're 18. So I walked in there with $500. I walked out with 30 grand.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I've seen some kid. I actually had him on the podcast. He put 2,500 into a gambling site called Stake, and hit for 300,000.
What?
Yeah, like stupid. Like
hey, anybody watching this, you're not gonna do that. So don't go put money in a gambling site.
Yeah, please don't do that. Please. I don't think I've ever. You know what? I gambled 2 or 3 times on the slots with Bob Menery because that's the only way he would get on the podcast.
You gambled with Bob Menery?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah. So like,
you guys win?
I hit a jackpot for like 5 bands, and then he was like, "Yeah, just put it all back," and then we just lost it in like 10 seconds. Like just like $100 hits.
You should have ran with that 5,000.
Like right, bro? Because it was 5,000 plus throw a couple bucks for him to get on the podcast. So it's like now I'm out because I'm in Vegas. So it's like it was like a 20 grand weekend. You know what I mean? Or it's like, dude, I'm like, I don't want to do this.
Gambling is like fun, but like you don't rely on gambling ever. It's cool. Yeah. Like it's entertainment.
You follow John Sarasani? He's like a blackjack.
Yeah, I do see that blackjack guy. Didn't he do private equity? He had a big exit.
Insurance?
Yeah,
he sold an insurance company.
What kind of insurance company?
So it was very similar. Instead of the life space, it was the health space, but it's the same exact license and pretty similar structure.
Really?
Yeah.
How much you sell for?
So he had a really unique situation. He sold and took a stock, like from like the company that bought it, held the stock. They sold again after 2 or 3 years, so it doubled. So it went from like 20 mil to like 50 million.
Because he held the stock.
Yeah, because
that's conviction.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. That's what blows my mind about him is like, he's like one of the gamblers that I follow. I've had him on the podcast twice. He's one of the ones that I follow that I'm like, he doesn't
love him.
lose.
What do you mean he doesn't lose, bro?
I don't know if it's how he markets it, bro, but like,
Don't say that.
he don't lose, dude. Like,
There's no profitable gamblers.
you have to check his content more. I don't know.
I mean, I guess if you have an unlimited bankroll.
Yeah, he's got a nice bankroll, so it's like, I don't know. But gambling, no, that's not something that I think I feel like for me, the biggest gamble that I'm going to take is on myself, which I know is like a sales buzzword and like an entrepreneur buzzword, but like if I'm gonna like gamble on risk and everything like that, I think it's gonna be best put on me.
Yeah, something that's interesting about gambling is a lot of people think that trading is just like gambling, but I'm gonna tell you something is like trading is gambling unless you use calculated risk.
Yeah.
So you can't go to the casino and say, okay, I'm gonna risk 10% to make 30% on this trade. I'm gonna have a 70% win rate, or I'm gonna play blackjack and I'm gonna win 7 out of the 10 hands, and when I lose, I'm gonna lose 100, and when I win, I'm gonna win 300. You can't do that.
Yeah.
But with trading, you could, and that's what's really interesting. And it's like, becoming a profitable trader, like it's literally just a numbers game. It genuinely is. Like, what's your risk? What's your reward? If you have a 1 to 3 risk reward, like let me ask you something. If I were to tell you right now, Tristan, let's play a game, let's flip a coin, and every time it lands on heads, I give you $300, and every time it lands on tails, you give me $100. Would you do that?
Yeah.
That's how trading is.
Yeah.
It's generally how trading is. But what happens is that people, when they lose the $100, they don't stop. Like they don't want to just keep it at $100. They're like, okay, it's just gonna go right back up. Let me hold. And people are so bad with accepting money, which like it's bad because it's human instincts. Like to become a good trader, you have to like be rewired from a human to a computer, and you have to act like if this happens, I do this. If this happens, I do this. No emotions.
Yeah, no emotion.
And it's hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard because we're going against our human instincts.
Yeah, especially like when you're on a high and you want to keep riding that high because you think it's like infinite, it's eternal, it's never going to stop. Or even a low. I think sometimes you can get so deep into a low and it's like, this is never going to end. And it's like
the worst problem is the lows. So like most people, when they're losing and losing and losing, they only think about their past. And it's sad because it's like, what happens if you go in a car and you only look in the back mirror? You're just going to keep reversing, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can't drive forward looking in the mirror. You have to look forward. And most people, they stay their whole trading career just focusing in the past, focusing on how much money they've lost, trying to make it all back. Well, that's the wrong mindset you have. They're trying to chase back the losses, when instead of chasing back the losses, if you chase becoming a good trader, then the money's going to chase you.
Yeah.
But people mess up because they're always trying to make back their losses, and they think that today they're gonna die. They think they're gonna die tomorrow, and they have to make it back today. When in reality, if you want to be trading for the rest of your life, then stop making it like today's your last day, and start focusing on the next 5, 10, 15 years. Like every trading decision I make, it's not like, is this a good decision today? It's like, if I do this every day for the next 10 years, was it a good decision?
Yeah, I'm kind of like just sitting here thinking like, what do you think the next 4 or 5 years is gonna look like when it comes to kind of the trading space?
I think that the trading space is going to get completely rewired. I think what's going to happen with the info is I think that the best of the best are going to shine, and I think the middle and low are going to get crushed. So I think the legit people, and it's sad because right now, I'll be honest with you, like everybody, all the traders that are getting glorified are all the traders that do the scummiest stuff.
Does TJ, and not to say that this guy's doing scummy, does he trade TJR?
Yeah, he trades.
What's he trade?
For futures, I think.
Futures? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Have you met him?
No.
Okay.
No, I never met TGR.
Okay.
Yeah, so I kind of stay in my lane, bro.
Yeah?
I swear,
Is there anybody else as young as you, like, that you know that's trading like you are?
I know a couple like young traders, but nobody that's like had the success that I've had.
Yeah.
But also, like, I don't think that I'm not special at all, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I think that anybody could do it. And like, again, I'm not a super genius. I'm not really that smart. I'm literally just a kid from Michigan. And what I did with the markets is I simplified it. I believe that everybody overcomplicates everything, and they make excuses in their head that it's too complicated, and they overcomplicate things for themselves. When in reality, we just focus on the basics and take it one step at a time, you're gonna go so much farther.
Yeah.
And that's what I did with my trading strategy. I made it very simple.
Yeah.
So like, for example, like for my New Age Trading, my online education company, we have like 70-year-olds join, 80-year-olds join.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because like you're buying from like an 18-year-old. That's what you would think, right?
Yeah.
But it's 100% different because like again, like I'm known, my motto is I make the difficult simple.
Yeah.
Like, that's my motto.
Yeah, that's super sick. Who do you think is the greatest trader of all time?
Warren Buffett, probably.
That's what I say. Like, so I wanted to like, now that's a long-term trader.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty much how he's built his entire life, right?
Yeah.
Just like sitting and holding.
Which like the goal is like you take all your short-term day trading profits, you dump them into long-term investments.
Okay.
And you're set for life.
Okay.
So that's what I'm doing right now is like I'm trying to throw all my cash flow into long-term investments. And like, I'll be honest, I got stuck a little bit in like that flashy supercar, this, that, a little bit. And then I realized like, yeah, this shit's not fulfilling. Like I bought a Lambo, I have a G63 Spirit, which I love the cars. They're cool, they're awesome, but they're not what you think they are. Like don't go and like, people are like, you need to have a Lambo. Like, you don't need it, bro. Yeah. Don't go and think that you buying a Lambo is gonna make you feel fulfilled, because it's not. It's actually gonna make you feel more empty. And the only thing that makes me fulfilled personally is helping people and giving back.
And I think there's just so many levels to measuring. I don't think there's anything wrong with rewarding yourself. I think you should do it from my experience with your passive income and owning. Like I spent 7 years grossing and having the cash flow come in through a company that I didn't own. I just worked for somebody else, and I was like a glorified entrepreneur. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you have all this active income, and then you blow it on cars, you blow it on the jewelry, the watches, and you kind of wake up and you're like, one, it's not fulfilling, but secondly, you don't own anything. So like the legitimacy of it, remove the emotion and the buzzwords. It's like,
it's scary.
It's scary because for me, it's not the money that was lost, because there was like same exact story, millions of dollars lost, bad partnerships. I don't know if you've gone through any part. So it's like bad partnerships where I didn't read paperwork. I didn't know where money was going. I just was living the, you know what I mean? Young
people
hustle.
try to take advantage of young entrepreneurs.
Oh, dude, yeah. It's like the biggest smart. Like if you find a young hustler, like from my experience, like, you know, it's like older dudes and older people just try to like.
I learned that the hard way, bro.
Boom.
I learned that the hard way, man.
Same. Literally same. Like I've got all these 1099s from like 20 to like 24, 25. They add up to like $7-8 million. I probably got off of that like 10%.
Wow.
My name's on it because it's a business partnership, and I didn't read.
And how much did you have to write? Did you have to pay the taxes for those 1099s?
So taxes were taken care of, but still, regardless,
so
like,
your name was on it, and you're not getting the money.
Yeah. It's a crazy story.
But didn't you realize like, how is this thing I'm making $1 million? I didn't get
handshake deal of, hey, eventually the business is going to be turned over to you. Start to question, hey, when's this business going to get turned over to you? Oh, never mind, this business isn't going to get turned over to you.
I mean, like, so it's weird. So what I've realized about Miami and like this whole online world is like, it's very different than like traditional business. And it taught me a lot, because like the way like back home in Michigan, like my cousins and like Middle Easterns all do business is like handshake deals, like no contracts, nothing. Everyone's like place their word. Yeah. And they're all the same nationality. And to be honest, they own like most of Michigan, like all the gas stations, all the supermarkets, the automotive stuff. Like all that is like our nationality, the Middle Eastern people kind of own in Michigan, and it's all handshake deals. And then I got into this online space, which like no one's ever done before. Like I did something completely different. It's like, it's unheard of over here. They're all like traditional like guys, like retail. Yeah. So I got into the online space, and like I thought it was like the same thing. Like, yeah, I told this guy said he's gonna do this, so I was gonna do this. And I was like, no, you need to have everything on paper.
Everything.
And I learned that the hard way, and I got taken advantage very bad as a young guy making a lot of money. And I learned that the hard way, but hey.
It's probably it's probably the lesson that I'm most proud of, though, because I'm glad. I feel like if I could have minimized the amount of time, that'd be great. I don't care about the money. The money could have been 10 times. I could have lost 80 million.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
Like, I could care less about that, but I would love to be 18 and have figured out that lesson. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So like, that's where like I would be jealous of you, of like, dude, it's so cool that you know what you know now by 18. Cause like I would pay everything that I've made so far now to know what I know, but go back to
10
18.
years ago. Yes, and I take advantage of that too, because I think that like my friends are all going to college right now. They're gonna get out of college and they're all gonna be making 300 grand a year. Yeah. So like I have to have a head start, and like my kind of idea is like I want to stack up as much cash, and I know like they're gonna be successful. Yeah. They're gonna be like, they're in all like 4 of them are in like dental programs, and like they're all gonna be doctors. Yeah. Doctors, physical therapy, and like dentists. So like what I want to do is like I want to have a bunch of cash. And I want to basically tell them like, yeah, I'm investing into your dental office. Like I'm investing into your physical therapy office. Like I'm investing into your doctor's office. And like, that's kind of where like, I think I have to bring my head start right now and just stack it.
Yeah. That's super sick.
Yeah.
That's super sick. What do your parents think about all this money and success?
My parents support me. They
Yeah.
really, really, really do. I mean, my mom's like my manager, basically.
Wow,
She's like, oh, why'd you do this in this video? Why'd you do this in the video? Oh, you're gonna wear this. I FaceTime her before the podcast. Like, Mom, what should I wear for this podcast?
Yeah.
She's like, and then she tells me all the time, she's like, Preston, you're 18 years old. You make all this money and you can't dress yourself.
Yeah, my girl says the same thing to me. She's like,
Yeah, but it's
pick
like,
out my outfit.
hey, I'm a trader. I'm not a stylist.
Yeah, absolutely. That's super sick, man. As we wrap up, I always like to ask everybody, what do you have a favorite movie?
Batman.
Batman? You saw the Batmobile. That was the car that was like,
That's why I actually like all my cars are matte black.
Yeah, matte black. Got to.
All my cars are matte black.
That's super sick. Are you a foodie at all? You like food, restaurants?
I love food.
Yeah. Are you like more culturally like? My girl's from the Middle East as well.
Where's she from?
So she was born in California, but she was raised in Israel.
Israel.
Yeah.
What part of San Diego, California, or no?
Yeah, southern-ish California. So
I have cousins in San Diego as well. A lot of Middle Eastern people, and they moved to 3 states. They moved to California, they moved to Arizona, and they moved to Michigan.
Or Illinois. I was in Illinois for a while.
Illinois, yeah.
I was like
Illinois
right beneath you.
Jacksonville.
Or no, I was right Illinois and then Michigan. I was right beside you. I would go over to Michigan and I forget. It's Lake Erie, right?
Lake Erie, yep.
Yeah,
There's the Huron homes.
Yeah, bro, there's
Huron,
beautiful
Ontario,
places.
Michigan, Erie, Superior.
Some of the cribs too, like we would jet ski. Some of the cribs on like
People they sleep on Michigan, bro. Michigan's got a lot of money. Michigan's
got
got
some
a lot
bread.
of money.
I actually did a podcast with a guy named Alex. He owns some alcoholic beverage company. Younger dude as well.
His name?
In Michigan.
Full name?
Let me look. I feel bad.
Alex, he owns an alcoholic company.
Yeah, let me go see. John Daly is one of his marketers. Good Boy Vodka. I know that. Let me reverse engineer all this. Alex Pratt.
I don't know.
This dude has a crib, or he did at least when we did this podcast, on Lake, what is it? I keep wanting to say Lake Michigan. Lake Erie, right?
There's 5 of them. There's Michigan, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, and Superior.
And it all goes through Michigan. All these lakes
yeah.
tap. Okay, I don't know which one, but his crib, bro, was right on the water there, and he had a full like life-size transformer in his living room.
What?
Like Bumblebee in his living room, bro. And that's when I was like, there's just so many different levels to like me just selling life insurance for a company I don't own. Like, I'm not going to sit here.
Yeah.
This dude's like 30 years old with a full-size transformer in his crib, and I'm selling life insurance for a company I don't
still
own.
feel very small and like I feel behind, bro. It's
Yeah, you
bad.
can't, like-
I feel so behind. I feel like
But I love
need
it.
more.
But I love it because like for me and probably for you as well, it's like it's a video game where I'm not solving now for like money isn't an issue. Like finding money is not an issue. Generating value, not an issue. But I want to I fight a lot too. That's probably where you see the black eyes. I like to figure things out with efficiency opposed to like energetic output. Like how much can I get done with the least amount of energy put out by generating as much value as possible? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I like that a lot. And I think that it's just like some of us dudes, they have that fire inside of us where it's like more and more and more. Like I'm making millions of dollars right now, and I genuinely feel like a little
bum.
broke bum.
A bum,
I see
bro.
this guy making $100,000 a day, and it's like, yo, I need
Yeah.
to make $100,000 a day. Like there's no
Yeah.
option. Then I'm like, okay, if I make $100,000 a day, then I'll make $30 million a year. I need more than $30 million. It's like bad. It's so bad, but it's like I just need it. Like I can't explain.
The guy that really got me, there was a couple guys I met with. John Sarasani, you know, he looked at my 1099s when I was like 21, 22, and he was like, this is cool, but like you're not keeping any and you don't own anything. He was like, this is a waste of time. You know what I mean? And then from there, I basically, my mentor, even now to this day, his name's Eric Spofford, and he sold a company for like $150 million. We're out on his yacht.
Was that the ex-drug guy?
Yeah. So built a sobriety company and sold it for like $150 million, something like that. But we're out on his yacht and we're having steak, private, you know, chef, just the full yacht experience. And it's his yacht. Doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, dude owns a yacht, owns a jet, owns multiple houses, real estate portfolio.
Probably
everything.
pays $100,000 a month for the yacht.
Oh, minimum. No, he was saying between his yacht, jet, and everything, it's like multiple 6 figures a month between maintenance, pilots and
Crazy.
yeah, captains, all just stupid. I'm like, not including any other like business expense and all. And I'm sitting here thinking, we're on a yacht. We go around the corner of the yacht and he shows me all these other yachts. And he's like, I got my girl there. And he's like, do you guys know how many of these people are online course salesmen or don't own a company that own these yachts? And I was like, I have no idea. What's your point? It's like, none. It's like everybody that owns a yacht out here that I know owns a company, is an entrepreneur, legitimately building and adding value
Yeah.
to the world. And I was like, that's when it like really hit of like.
So that's something like I feel like I'm also working on like building a trading software right now. So I'll talk more about it soon.
Yeah.
But just in the works. So I'm trying to build an equity play as well.
Yes.
I also own a marketing company.
Yeah.
And I don't really talk about it much, but we don't even do info. Like we just do marketing for hospitality companies. We do marketing for hotels, marketing for restaurants.
It's sick.
And we do really a lot of ad spend for hotels and mortgage offices, stuff like that, help generate leads. So without having to buy it directly and have competitors. So we've set up stuff like that.
That's sick.
And that's another play I'm doing. So
How long are you guys in Miami?
I'm in Miami till Monday.
Did you hit any nice restaurants yet?
Yeah, I went to Queens yesterday. About to go to Habibi tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, you can come through.
Let's go. I got date night tonight.
Come on.
I'm an introvert, bro. Like, unless there was like not more than like 4 people coming, I don't know what it is about me.
Really?
I like quietness. Yeah.
So like, what's your ideal night?
Like a quiet restaurant, preferably, which there's not really many around. But like, if I am gonna go out and eat and spend time and money, I like Carbone. I know it's
Carbone's
like,
nice.
Yeah, I know it's like the place, but like I really love the spicy pasta. They're really nice. I like Poppy steak.
I love
like their
Poppy steak.
You know what I've been, and I DoorDash.
How good's
a
that?
lot of this
Like
stuff
that
too.
pastrami.
Yeah.
Pastrami.
Yeah. And Cote, I've been doing that a lot.
Never been there.
It's really good. It's kind of like that Korean type of.
I like
don't know what it is.
Komodo.
Yeah, Komodo. It's right there. I live in Brickell, sadly. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think it's worth it for me to move here? Also, keep in mind, I have an office in Michigan. So like, I don't hire anybody virtually. I hire everybody and I put them in office in Michigan.
Yeah.
And I run the office as well. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of like trying to grow operations in there. But do you think that it's worth it for me to move to Miami?
How much exposure do you have to individuals that are doing more than you and better than you in Michigan? I know Michigan has a lot of wealth.
Not in my industry, but in other industries a bunch. But there's nobody else doing what I do in Michigan. But like I know everybody online. Like I can get connected with anybody that I really want to.
Yeah. I like physical proximity. You know, as power. You know what I mean? So it's like if your area or the network that you have access to in Michigan gives you a lot of exposure to, for me, like my biggest focus right now is trying to find a billionaire that I can like be around more consistently. Just because I feel like
A billionaire?
a billionaire, yeah. Just I feel like they're gonna think and move and operate at a faster level than all other mentors.
I know people worth $1 billion in Michigan.
Yeah. So like, where are they at?
Yeah, they own like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of wholesale distributors.
And they're in Michigan?
Yeah.
I would just be trying to hang out with them. I wouldn't go nowhere else. I'd be like, yo, bro, 2 days a week, let me just go get dinner, lunch, pick your brain. Here's what I'm doing. Here's how much money I'm making. Where should I put it? Because at the end of the day, like regardless of us not necessarily being dictated by the money, the more you have, and if your heart truly does want to help people, the more you're gonna be able to help people. Like I genuinely want to help people. I can see that about you as well. You should do everything in your power to get to billions as fast as possible. And people watching be like, that's stupid. And yeah, I know we both are, but it's like the fastest way to do it is like when I get fighting advice, I don't get advice from someone that I can beat up. I get advice from someone that gives me black eyes. You know what I mean? So it's like, I want to get it from the best. Like that's one thing that I've loved about having money is like I've gotten advice from whether it be, you know, striking, jiu-jitsu, insurance. I just spend the money that I've made, the profits, and put it back into mentorship and coaching of who's somebody that's 1,000 times ahead of me in the spaces that I want to go.
I love that. And I think that's so bad that people are scared to invest into themselves.
I've put so much money into coaching.
You know, the problem though is like the info space kind of like blowing up the last couple of years, it kind of lost a lot of like legitimacy about coaching, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like people are scared to invest into themselves because they think everything's a scam now.
Yeah, you just have to vet out your coach.
Yeah,
though.
like vet it out. And
I don't think it's. I think that's another place where people overestimate the vetting out process of the coach. Like, one, I can get an intuition vibe of like if someone's a weirdo or a fake. You can kind of get an, especially like once
in
you
Miami, you can definitely tell if somebody's fake or not. Bro.
Yeah, very quickly, and then you kind of get an idea just vocabulary wise if someone just sounds like an idiot, because like it takes so much time of like studying and diving into a craft to like get it to start printing money in a very like easy way, you can get a vibe of like.
I mean, dude, for me, every day the last 6 years, I've watched and reviewed every
can feel
single
it.
stock market candle on this S&P 500, every single 5-minute candle for the last 6 years. I've put tens of thousands of dollars and hours into trading.
Yeah, I can feel it. I can literally feel it. I don't know if you watch Mr. Beast content.
Yeah,
but I like this concept that he talks about where it's like people, talk about having like the 10,000 hours to be a master, and he like is like, I think it should be like 10,000 days or something like really extreme, where it's like people think times like more.
It's just like, it's just so sad because people think that like they're just gonna start something and this money's just gonna come and sit right next to them and it's just gonna be so easy and cash flowing millions. But it's like values linked to difficulty. There's no light without dark. It's not gonna be easy, and if it's easy, it won't be worth it.
And I think something that helps people, or at least helps myself, is like, especially with my faith, I know that at the end of the day, like everything's in God's hands. And this is almost like a playground to him where it's like, who cares? We're going to be here hopefully 100 years.
Are you big in your faith?
Really big. Yeah. More of a spiritual kind of guy. Obviously I swear here and there. I try my best to I tell my girl this all the time. I was like, I try my best to just be a genuinely good dude where like people ask like, man, you seem different, opposed to like waving around like a Bible verse every day and trying to make people feel like I'm better than them. I would rather have the opportunity to invite somebody to like, hey, I believe in Jesus Christ, and them feel inclined to ask me just because of how I make you feel.
So,
you know what I mean?
I love that. And I think that one of like the missions is like, you don't have to like necessarily go and like be annoying about God to people, but when you're a good guy and you show by example your kindness, you're compassionate, you genuinely care about somebody and you're talking to them and like you look them in the eyes and you just like are a caring person and you're showing by example that you're God's children, it goes very, very far. Like for me, for example, like I'm very big in my faith as well. I go to daily mass every morning, 8 a.m. in Michigan. And what I'll tell you is that when I see the people there, so I'm the only kid that's there. Everyone else is like 60, 70, 80 years old at the daily mass that I go to. And the way they just smile at me when I walk in, it makes me feel better than any other thing. Like, I don't care if I make 10 grand that day or if I lose 10 grand that day. Them smiling at me when I walk in that door and waving at me, and they're in wheelchairs and some of them don't have hair. And I see them going through this stuff, and I see this guy having to pick up his wife out of church, and it's like, and they're still smiling at me. And we're in church and we're together and worshiping God. It's like different. It's an insane feeling. And without God, I mean, I wouldn't have any of this. I mean, I told you all the times that I basically had to start from zero.
Yeah.
And like I could have quit when I lost 1.7 million. I could have quit when I lost the marketing company. I could have quit when my mentor stole everything from me. I could have quit when I blew my trading account, but I didn't. And like if I just would have quit one of those times, like most people after make 1.7 million in 8th grade and then losing it, they're done.
Yeah, I've never met an 8th grader make any millions.
Well, sorry, but most people, they like have like a huge thing and like they lose it, like, oh, it's not for me.
Yeah,
but it's like I make it happen. I make failure not an option, and I believe like there's no such thing as failing, because every time I lose, I learn, and if I learn,
it's only failure if you, for some reason, a lot of people get stuck in doing the same thing over and over and over again, and then they blame God, they blame everybody else, and they fall into that victim mindset of like, wow, it was the lead's fault. It was that person's fault. It was God's fault. And it's like, why did you keep going left when you should have went right? Like you kept doing the same thing over and over again. Like, didn't you pay attention in science?
There's a Bible verse, and it says that only a fool shall make the same mistake over and over again.
Yeah.
Or it says actually only a fool Sabbath make the same mistake over and over again.
Yeah.
And it shows like if you're not learning from your mistakes, you're not going to make it.
I like how I think Hormozy puts it of like intelligence is measured by how quickly you change your behavior. Like when you learn something is dumb or not generating the result that you want, how quickly you change the behavior shows how intelligent you are.
And I think speed is very important. I'm a big believer in speed, and people are like, okay, PB, but what if you like have to do this? And it's like, I make my decisions with speed, but I'm an extreme overthinker. But like one thing I do is like I don't hesitate. Like if I think this is the right move, I go and make that move, and I deal with the consequences after.
Yeah.
But I also I measure the risk to reward. Everything's all about risk to reward. So if it's, for example, if it's for a decision that I won't be able to go back on, then maybe I'll take a little bit more time and like think about it a little more. Facts. But if it's a decision that like, okay, worst comes to worst, I lose 10 grand and I hire somebody else in 2 months. Facts. Let's go ahead and do it. Like I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm not gonna waste time on something that I could do what I think is right. And just so you know, like You ever been in school and like you would erase one answer and put the other answer
Yeah.
because you thought like,
you overthought it.
you know, like 90% of the time the first answer is the
Yeah.
right one.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
you're like, whatever your gut feeling is, it's not a gut feeling. It's God telling you, like, yeah, do this.
1,000%. 1,000%, bro. This was really good. I was like, man, I was tired today. I sparred earlier, haven't eaten. And I was like, I'm going to try my best to squeeze a half hour out, but looks like we almost got an hour in. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, honestly, just like no matter where you are in your journey, no matter if you're at the lows, no matter if you're at the highs, no matter if you want to give up, no matter if you want to quit, no matter how bad people are telling you you're delusional, just make sure you don't ever stop.
I got one more thing for you, so we can highlight somebody for you. Is who is your most successful testimony? Somebody that's hit you up for.
So it's actually somebody just asked me the same question the last podcast I was doing with Kellen, and there was a guy, and God rest his soul, but he had cancer, and he was obviously, cancer is expensive, and insurance, stuff like that. And he paid for his cancer treatment. He joined the mentorship. He paid for his cancer treatment. Instead of leaving his family with hundreds of thousands of debt, like they were fine. They didn't have any debt.
Wow.
And he actually left them with money, and then he beat it. And then God rest his soul. He just passed away a couple of weeks ago.
Wow.
But at least, he didn't pass away with a bunch of debt to his family. And, he made some money trading, and he paid it off.
That's good. Let's go. That's fun.
And that means a lot to me.
Yeah, man. That's really good. Well, guys, another podcast with Mr. PB right here. Preston, what's the last name?
I don't really say it because like one time when I was younger, I used to say my name and stuff, and they called a SWAT to my school.
Wow.
Yeah, so they called a SWAT.
All right, cool.
But I'll tell you off the camera. But my name's Preston.
Let's go. Well, guys, check out Preston. It's PB. It's PB Investing, right? Yeah, PB Investing. Check him out. Let's go. Have a blessed day, guys.
God bless you guys.
Let's go. Peace.